The Scottish Sun, proud sponsors of SPL Live.
Hearts against Celtic at Tynecastle with us live on Setanta Sports. It's always a massive match, always a great atmosphere, and you can hear it outside. We'll be with our commentators shortly, but Craig, another 5 changes for Hearts today. No change there, but recently they seem to be getting used to that squad rotation, and that results are coming.
Yeah, they've had some good results, as we've mentioned, and they're on a good run at the moment. But you just look at that back four, apart from Gordon and goals, you get Barassa, Zalyukas, not the strongest, and I think Zurawski and Venigor Heslick will look to get at that, and Craig Gordon been the one Dave best out of the game. Is he looking at Gordon? Is he looking at Boric? Is he going to stay or is he going to go? These are all questions that the Hearts fans are going to ask Paul Hartley behind. And if they lose those two guys, you've more or less locked the door, because that's the spine of the team. They've lost Presley, so they need a result today to keep second place going. I think that's the interesting thing. Obviously Celtic are going to win the championship, but for second place and the importance of keeping the SPL going of an interest, then the Hearts have to get a result today.
And I guess Gordon Strachan is looking for a better performance from Celtic, because Champions League, the resumption of that is not far around the corner, and he hasn't been totally happy with the way they've been performing of late.
No, maybe not been in top gear over the past few games, but they're still churning out the results. They've got a habit of scoring late goals in games, and I don't expect them to be any different today and going right to the very end.
Well, I wonder if that body language is significant in the tunnel. They haven't exchanged a glance since lining up in the tunnel alongside each other. The former teammates, Stephen Presley and Craig Gordon, opposition captains today. Back to Scott, and firstly back to Ian.
Well, it takes a bit of getting used to that sight. Stephen Presley in a Celtic shirt and wearing the armband today. I'm sure he'll get a great reception until the game starts, and then it will be nothing personal, down to business.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one today. I'm sure that Stephen Presley is as well. He's a big match player, he's a real captain. I'm sure he'll do a great job for Celtic. From Hearts' point of view, they'll want to come out and get right at Celtic from the start. Always a fantastic atmosphere in here. Paul Hartley, another big time player, has been mentioned in the studio. Absolutely essential that he stays if Hearts want to go forward.
Well, long-time commanding captain of Hearts, Stephen Presley. Craig Gordon has succeeded him in that job. And Presley skippering Celtic in only his 3rd game for Gordon Strachan, who was involved in a bit of a touchline spat here back in August with John McGlynn, who's since left the club. Passionate people on the touchline. Stephen Presley, captain of Celtic today in the absence of Neil Lennon. What must be going through his mind? Gordon Strachan suffered his only league defeat here this season, back in August. And even though they haven't been firing on all cylinders lately, they haven't been losing.
Well, it's huddles all round today. Great atmosphere in the stadium.
Both teams in huddle. Valdes Ivanauskas hoping to finish second again. And a win today would put them just 2 points off Rangers. Hearts the only team to beat Celtic in the league in the whole of 2006. They have them in their sights again here at Tynecastle. Kenny Clark about to blow his whistle. We're off, and it should be some contest. Barassa, Mikalunas, helped on by Hartley, and away by O'Day.
Yeah, O'Day's played so well since coming into the Celtic side, and especially with the injuries that they have. It's been great for Gordon Strachan that he's fitted in so easily.
Velička, that's gone out. And the man who got a hat-trick last week in the Cup at Stranraer. He is Hearts' top scorer with 10.
Yeah, I like Velička. a shoot-on-sight striker. He's not scared to have a go, and he's got a real physical presence as well. I think that was maybe one of the reasons why, as was mentioned before the game, that Gordon Strachan brought in Jarosic today. And I think he does give a little bit more physique for Celtic against a very physical Hearts side. It'll be interesting up front for Hearts with Bednar and Felička to see how they do go against the central defence, and of course against Stephen Presley, who'll know them well.
Zaliukas standing over this. Here's Bearer. Fisas away to his left, but he's gone bang down the middle. Naylor. Zaliukas will meet that. Here's Hartley. Mikalunas. Hartley again. One back by Jarosic.
Yeah, it's such a high tempo already. Paul Hartley managed to find himself a yard, but closed down very quickly by Celtic.
Jarosic. Bednar. Just trickled away from Felička. Nakamura. Snow. Rescued by Nakamura. Telfer wary and rushed into that. Mikalunas. Foul by Gravison.
This is what the game's going to be about. Midfield players getting on the ball and being closed down. Maybe one or two of those as well. It's a great early chance for Hearts to play a telling ball in.
Young Andy Driver is there with Hartley. It's Hartley who takes it, and Boritz who claims it. Naylor. It's come to Zarafsky. He wastes no time, but Zaliukas will clear. Nakamura, always capable of making it happen. Tommy Burns, one of the front runners to become the new Scotland manager. Presley so up for this on his return to Tynecastle.
Yeah, there was one or two boos there, as you'd expect, with his first touch. But he'll handle this occasion really well. He talks, he's very vocal in there, so experienced as well, and he will be vital for Celtic over the next few months while they steady the ship at the back.
Natural leader, as Hearts know all too well. 8.5 years he spent here. A busy one for Kenny Clark today.
Yeah, Kenny Clark's just trying to slow it down a little bit, but I think he'll struggle.
Bednar's flick, and Boritz will smother. He really has made some terrific saves at vital times for Celtic this season, Artur Boritz. They haven't been at their best lately, the champions, but they still haven't been losing. And that is the mark of champions. Barassa. Naylor's going to run onto that. Nakamura is an option, so is Zarafsky. And Naylor caught Zaliukas, and we'll get a warning.
Yeah, Ian, that was a late one. Just lunges in here with his left foot. I don't think he really catches him. Naylor. Benegal of Hesselink, who's been out injured.
He'll probably get a free kick there off Barassa, and he will.
Yeah, that's just silly because it gives Celtic good possession, and with Jan Fenneroff Hesselink in the centre now, they will not hesitate this afternoon and just throwing the ball in, and he will attack it, and Zaraski will try and pick up the pieces.
Lee Naylor, who's proved to be an outstanding signing for Celtic. Naylor delivers. Telfer a little slow to react. Driver is driving forward. Can's got himself in the middle. The driver occupied, and it's a goal kick.
Well, this is good defending from O'Dea here. He covers, he gets across. Driver's got pace. O'Dea gets across and he just stops him from turning inside and then makes the tackle. I think maybe in the end it did come off of Driver. It was good defending from the young centre-half. He's proved very capable since coming into the Celtic side.
Telfer, Nakamura. Presley. Just in case you didn't notice. Jarosek. High into the sky from Zaliukas. Presley there. Driver. Youngster getting a run in the team. And almost getting a run at Telfer.
And I think it could be quite profitable today for him down that left-hand side, especially up against Telfer and Nakamura, who don't have the best of pace, and he does have pace.
Hartley. Fisas. Bednar up against Presley. Advantage played. And Celtic a little uneasy. Stephen Presley getting cheered even more now after that challenge.
It's good concerted pressure from Hearts. Presley, yeah, he gets his hand across. Definite free kick, but advantage was played.
Zaliukas taking no chances. Certainly looks a much better centre-half than he ever did in midfield.
Yeah, and he's formed a decent partnership with Berra. Two young players as well. I think that's the way that Hearts are trying to get forward, with young boys.
Gravison. Jarosek. Naylor. Barassa will get the throw, playing it right back, as he has a few times this season in the absence of Robbie Nilsson, who is suspended today. It's come rather awkwardly off O'Dea.
Yeah, it's almost 10 minutes gone and the game really hasn't settled at all.
Snow brushes aside McCann. Nakamura for Telfer. Presley. Cut out by Fisas. Is McCann. Velichka was waiting behind Presley. Fisas. Driver. There's a bit of a grappling going on, but the free kick has gone the way of Celtic.
Yeah, it was Bednar and O'Dea getting into a scrap. O'Dea's just pushing. Well, he's nowhere near the ball, he can't see it. But what he can see is Bednar, and he's just shoving him out of the way. Tell you, some referees could give that, but it's a difficult one to give when they're so far from the ball. But O'Dea taking a big chance.
Naylor. Jarosek. Naylor again. Nakamura. Telfer on the overlap. Not much of an overlap as it turned out. Here's Snow. Now Naylor. That's going nowhere fast.
Well, Naylor normally plays in a great ball from the left-hand side, but that's twice now today. He's fallen behind the midfield and the strikers. All he's got to do is just loft the ball in for Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink, and it's going to cause problems.
Celtic beaten here in August, and in truth they should have lost to Hearts at Celtic Park in November. Hearts were 1-0 up with 4 minutes left, somehow contrived to lose the game. A baffling injury time error from Craig Gordon of all people. In a match that Hearts, for the most part, dominated.
Yeah, and they were also off the blocks, or out of the blocks very quickly, and that's not really happened today.
Snow. Bednar. Velička helps it on. Telfer. Bravison. Nakamura wasn't that far advanced, and here's Fisas to shake off Zirawski. Barassa. Tripped by Yarza.
Yeah, no doubt again. Easy for the referee.
Hartley onto that. And he's got a free kick, in fact. Foul by Gravison.
Well, that's what he does well, he times his runs. He waits for the ball to be played up to strikers, advanced midfield players, and then he supports. When he does, he's got an idea of what he wants to do with the ball before he even gets there.
Big chance here for Hearts. Hartley, the orchestrator. Hartley whipping it in, and Boric is going to pounce on that. But again, it was a little awkward for Celtic.
Well, his first free kick from that area didn't go quite so well as this one. It's a great ball in. It just has to be attacked. No one running onto that for Hearts. But the ball in deserved a little bit more.
Hearts have found some form lately, 10 points from their last 12. Celtic have been stuttering a little, but as we said, not losing. Just one defeat all season in the SPL, and that came here in the second week of the season. Velička, Mikalunas, and Telfer stays calm. McCann, again playing in a central midfield role as he did in the Cup at Stranraer last week. Hartley, unusually wayward from him. And later you can call or text to vote for your Bank of Scotland Man of the Match. Those are the telephone numbers to ring. And if you agree with Scott Boob and you're picked out as the winner, you'll get a signed shirt from the man of the match himself. You can also text, and those that is the number if you prefer that option. Quarter of an hour played, 0-0. And Both teams really still finding their way. Barassa will take this. Jarosik and Snow forming a barrier. Christoph Berra can't find a way through, and Snow has released Nakamura, which could be ominous for Hearts. Telfer on the overlap. Nakamura looking here for Zurawski, and Zurawski with a total miscue.
Oh, because he hits it with his left foot here. And if you watch, Jan Vennegoor Hesselink is right in front of the defence, a tap in for him. It actually hits the left foot of Zurawski. He's away to cross it with his right, and there it is. Completely misses it. And Jan Vennegoor Hesselink couldn't believe it. He was just waiting for the tap in. That's the first real time that Celtic have carved open the Hearts defence. A real warning for them.
Mikalunas fending off Jarosik. McCann. Now Fisas. Driver. There's no return. And Evander Snow has neatly got away here, and he's got Nakamura to his right. He will use him. Nakamura rather tame.
Yeah, it was tame, but you know what he was trying. Did one from the opposite side against Derek Stilley last week.
Bednar's got a free kick in a great position for Hearts. And they will surely fancy having a crack here with the likes of Hartley around.
Yeah, just that physical attribute that Hearts have, causing a few problems for the Celtic defence, and that's the beauty of having big guys up there. You can just throw the ball in, you know they'll fight for it. If you get free kicks in this area, then Hearts do have the players that can take advantage, and Paul Hartley is certainly one of them.
A worrying moment this for Celtic.
It's an ideal spot, just far enough out to get the ball up and down.
Hartley focused on the job. And Tynecastle would erupt if he finds the net here. Hold your breath. It's Hartley, and it's Boris who easily claims it.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad effort, but he got it on target. Boris right behind it.
Telfer. It's a foul by Vennegoor Hesselink on Berra.
Yeah, he's a big striker. He works so hard for the team. He'll be happy to get back in the team as well after his injury problems. A hamstring injury that kept him out for 5 weeks. But he gives him such a different option up there.
McCann. Fisas. Bednar. Fisas nearly. Flags up for offside against Hartley.
Yeah, and Hearts have worked it quite well so far with Fisas and Driver, and McCann on that left-hand side. They just have to be careful at times, they don't overplay it. Trying to play little wee triangles, and if Snow can break things up there and he can release Nakamura early, that may cause them a problem.
Vennegoor Hesselink won that. Zurawski won that. Here's Jarosik. Christoph Berra is going to come across. And Barassa got a little knock in the process of that scramble. Barassa might need a bit of treatment.
Just a sore one on the outside of his ankle. He's tussling with Jarosik. Berra doing well getting across. Against the stud on the outside of the ankle. But I've been impressed so far with Christoph Berra. It's a big responsibility for him now that Stephen Presley is gone. He's got a long contract now, 5 years at Hearts. I think that he is definitely one for the future.
Yeah, he's had some season. Naylor's throw. Zaliukas making it his business to clear. Jarosik. Nakamura not giving it up. He'll have to now though. Goal kick.
Nakamura's been fantastic over the last couple of months. Incredible goal, as I mentioned, against United 10 days or so ago. Sheer brilliance. I think he's the only player that hasn't missed a league game this season. Gordon Strachan rates him so highly, and he is influential for Celtic. Barassa still looks to be struggling there.
Yes, he doesn't look very comfortable at all. They do have Ibrahim Tal on the bench who could play there. Indeed. It looks like that will happen, that change. Barassa, they look fairly innocuous, but he's unable to continue. And Tal will come in. Hearts keen to make that change now. McCann. Down the line by Zaliukas, but here's Naylor. And now Venegora Hesselink presents it to Mikalunas. He scored that wonderful winner against Hibs here on Boxing Day. Kenny Clark's going to pull that back. Gravison, the offender.
Yeah, I mean, that's just silly. Mikalunas had given the ball away. Celtic were in possession.
So Barassa off and Tal on. In fact, Tal himself suffered ligament damage here against Celtic back in August, so he'll be hoping for better luck today.
Yeah, it's a straight swap. He's played a number of games now as well. Could easily fit into that right-back slot, but I think 15 different players for Hearts have scored this season. That's not surprising when they've made 123 changes to the starting 11. And I think that it was mentioned before the game. Craig Burley says maybe they're getting used to it. I think it was Robert said maybe they're getting used to all these changes, but I still don't think it will work long term.
Yes, Hearts average about 4 or 5 changes per game. 5 today. Gravison conceding a free kick.
Mikalunas was past Nakamura.
Hearts not hanging around, but not really getting anywhere. And Ibrahim Tal on for the injured Barassa. Finds Mikalunas. Fairly comfy for Boritz. It's been brilliant at times this season.
Yeah, he has, Ian, but that's been the problem so far this season. At times from Mikalunas, his end product isn't good. Gets himself in good areas. I think also today, so far, the players have found the final pass difficult. It could be also down to conditions, a lot of wind out there. We saw earlier was Zarafsky as well in a great position for cutting the ball back to Jan Vennegroff Hesselink.
Nakamura. He's got a free kick. He didn't actually lose the ball, mind you. He rarely does.
Yeah, they say he's fantastic watching training because in possession games he just doesn't give the ball away.
Stephen Presley is loitering with intent against his former club. They're all standing in an offside position at the moment. Not for long. Nakamura floating it in. Jarosik was certainly closely watched by Zaliukas.
Well, I think it's a decent ball in. Somebody's got to attack it. I think it's Berra does well defending Jarosik. It's a big day for both Berra and Zaliukas.
Presley won that. And Venegor of Hesselink won that. Snow. Hartley nipped in, his driver. Celtic have actually lost on their last 2 visits to Tynecastle. Last time they lost 3 in a row here in the league was in the early 1960s, would you believe? Gordon Strachan, back in the city where he was born, grew up supporting Hibs. Cam. Fisas. He's gone past Snow, he's gone past Nakamura. Advantage played, and Mikalunas. Boris well behind it.
Well, it's down this left-hand side that Hearts have made a few breakthroughs. And this one through Fisas, and he gets the ball to Mikalunas, looks up, it's quite a distance out, doesn't really catch it.
Naylor with his throw, Jarosic making himself available, and Zaliukas with an important intervention. Gravison. Here's Evander Snow in space. But he ran into Fisas. Bednar. Mikalunas. Hearts probing. Mikalunas! Oh wow! Mikalunas! He did that to Hibs, and he's done it to Celtic. That is a stormer of a goal, and Hearts are 1-up against Stephen Presley's Celtic.
Well, it just shows you how much I know. I was saying no end product. Well, what an end product. Unbelievable. As soon as he picks it up here, I think he could slide it down the line to Bednar, but no, look at that. He catches Boris unaware. He just hits it. He swings out his left foot, gets up, gets down, catches the inside of the post, and no chance for Boris. What a strike. Great wing play, cutting inside. He puts his team in front vitally.
Well, he hasn't always been a popular player here, but his popularity is rising by the second. A dramatic winner against Hibs on Boxing Day, and now a screamer against Celtic. But hang on, because here is Siraski's offside.
Good play from Bednar initially, gets him out to Mikalunas, but it's the way he cuts to the side, he looks up, there's no other options really, so he thinks, well, why not have a pop at it?
So Celtic have trouble in store against Hearts again, and you can see what it means to the faithful here. Celtic certainly meet their match when they come up against Hearts.
I think the elements had a lot to do with that as well. The wind was blowing. I think the wind took the ball, made it swirl a little bit. I think it caught Boris unawares. I don't think he could have done too much about it anyway. It was just inside the post, just clipping it. It was great play from the young wide player.
Bednar blocked by Presley. Telfer. How will Celtic respond? They've been pretty good at when they've conceded the first goal this season. It's happened 6 times. They've come back to win 4 of those games and drawn the other 2, so no need to panic just yet.
Well, that's the thing, we know exactly what Celtic will do. They'll play away, they'll come back into it, they won't panic, they'll be patient, they know they will get chances in this game.
Presley, what's the score? Here's the cry around Tynecastle. Snow. Naylor. Half an hour played. And Mikalunas, the goal scorer, now wins it back and gets a free kick as well. Naylor frustrated.
Well, it's a strong challenge initially from Mikuliunas, and Naylor has a go back at him.
A lot of fouls committed by Celtic. Jarosik. Monday night match this week, Kilmarnock against Hibs. It's from 7 o'clock on Setanta Sports 1. McCann. Vera. Fisas wants it, and Fisas gets it. Nakamura. Zaliukas. Now Mikuliunas. Hearts are on the prowl again.
I think Mikuliunas should have spotted Paul Hartley there, who'd been running into the box. He was unmarked. Trying to pick out. I think it was Bednar instead.
Well, a Hearts win today would put them above Aberdeen, and within 2 points of Rangers. They've got a bit of work to do yet, but they do lead the champions. Venegal of Hesselink getting a ticking off from Kenny Clark.
The Hearts will know they need a second goal. One, I don't think one will be enough. I'm sure that he will know. They have to keep at it.
Well, they were 1-up at Celtic in November, with 4 minutes left, and somehow contrived to lose that game, so Hearts will still be very wary, even though they have the advantage. Celtic are pretty good when it comes to comebacks. Telfer. Lucas has been pretty commanding at the back. Here's Gravison. Fine challenge from Tal. Jarosik though for Naylor. Can Celtic respond? That's inviting. And it's Venegora Hesselink, but it's an easy save really for Gordon.
Well, this is more like it from Naylor. Just looks up, first time ball in, and it's always going in for Jan Venegora of Hesselink. It's good defending from Hearts to just not give him a clear header at it against a wee warning.
McCann. Hartley, nearly, but not quite. McCann lunged in, but Nakamura's away. Venegora Hesselink has gone out to the right. Nakamura lost his way. Velička. Presley has won it back. Kenny Clark letting it all go. Nakamura. Mikuliunas. And Lee Naylor's been caught by Bednar.
I think it's been good refereeing from Kenny Clark, trying to keep the game going, keep the pace up. And this time Naylor is caught. It's been good refereeing. It's been a decent game so far, high tempo. Not too much football played, but certainly exciting to watch.
It usually is when these two teams collide. Referee always guaranteed a busy afternoon as well. Presley launching that. And Venegor of Hesselink rising. Jarosik. Zaraski. It's bounced off Jarosik. Now Velička chasing. Was tumbled. Presley just about eluding the incoming Bednar. Jarosik. 10 minutes to half-time. Hearts ahead through a Mikko Lunis screamer. Naylor looking for Vennegoor of Hesselink. It's come off Christoph Berra. Growing in stature. At the heart of Hearts' defence. Lee Naylor getting ready for a long one. Vennegoor of Hesselink felt he was being manhandled, but nothing doing. Later you can call or text to vote for your Bank of Scotland man of the match, and if you agree with Scott Booth and you're picked out as the winner, you'll get a signed shirt from the man of the match. Those are the numbers to ring. Or if you prefer, you can text us. Lichka gets a free kick. Presley has a bit to say about it.
Oh, Lichka goes up. Presley's all over him.
Neil McCann, he's going to go for it. Bounced off Gravison. Zaliukas meant to do that. Can't count that as a back pass, I don't think so.
No, definitely not. I think Craig Gordon knew he could pick that one up.
Here's Driver. It's gone out. Celtic throw.
But this has been a real worry for Celtic in the first half. Driver's done well. His pace, he's getting forward. He's not scared to take Telfer on. He knows he's got the space in behind Telfer. He's also got the backing at all times from Fisas.
Jarosik, Nakamura. Jarosik setting up Lee Naylor. This could be promising for Celtic. It is promising. It's Zurawski. Vennegoor, Hesselink. Handball given against Jarosik. He's raging.
Again, it's Naylor, a tantalising cross, just hanging in the air. It was Zurawski trying to get on the end of it. Came to Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink. No one can really get a shot on target. Jarosik complaining. I think that's been the problem for Celtic today. Even with at times good possession, they haven't really created 100% scoring chance.
Bednar sandwiched. Free kick, Hearts. Zaliukas. Gravison for Snow and back. Telfer. Zurawski might show interest in this. Zaliukas goes across with him. And that's a trip from Zaliukas. Free kick and a chance for Celtic to make an impression here with half-time approaching.
Yeah, Zaliukas doesn't need to get that close. Just needs to chaperone him away from the box. It gives the big guys a chance to come up.
You wouldn't be surprised if Stephen Presley got a goal today.
No.
He'll be in the mix here as Nakamura swings it in and Gordon gets something on it. Comes to Naylor. Jarosik. Mikko Lunis winning it back and winning the admiration of Hearts fans. Now Bednar for Driver. Andy Driver! Hartley might yet get to it, but Boritz with another vital save. Can he keep this out? Has it gone over? No, it hasn't. Very nearly in. Telfer with a very close call, but it did not cross the line, apparently.
Just an amazing piece of football. Here it is. Does Telfer keep it out? He does. It's a great clearance. Goal line clearance. Stops the 2-0. Look at that. Gets his foot up, hooks it around. Bednar's claiming for it, but it's never in. Great defending. A fantastic initial play from Hearts.
Well, Moritz and Telfer certainly doing their bit there to keep Celtic in this game. Telfer's lost it this time, though. It's Velička, and Gravesen really helped it to Driver. Corner.
Again, Driver with a half chance, maybe more than a half chance. Finding himself one-on-one. Couldn't get his shot off, though. Not for the first time. Paul Hartley taking his time, walking across. Concentration on a decent ball in for the big guys. Berra, Velička.
Hearts raising the stakes, upping the ante. Tynecastle awaits Hartley's corner. Mikalunas. Oh, he's in here. And Boritz in the way to foil young Driver again.
Well, Jan Fenneroff Hesselink makes a mistake here. He allows Mikalunas to go past, and this is a decent chance. It's just behind him a little bit on his right foot as well. That's Driver's third chance in the last 5 minutes. He has played well in this first half. Caused a lot of problems for Celtic down that left-hand side.
Well, we saw quite a bit of him pre-season, Andy Driver, and he impressed then, but took a while to break into the team. Here's Velička. Snuffed out by Presley. Hearts won a second goal before half-time. Mikalunas. Not a good header from Gravesen. Telfer. Venegor of Hesselink. Now Jarosik. Snow. It's an end-to-end end to the half. Zurawski. Venegor of Hesselink and Jarosik. Naylor. Still has a chance. Oh, Nakamura went away from Mikalunas. And Zurawski. And Gordon equal to it.
Oh, it's a lovely run from Nakamura. He gets in behind and he just clips the ball back in for Zurawski. He gets a good strike on it. Just can't get it wide enough past Craig Gordon.
Well, there's been an absorbing contest. Gordon Strachan always knew he was in for a game against Hearts.
I think he will be saying at half-time that they cannot give the ball away too easily in the central midfield area. Sometimes Gravesen and Snow have been guilty of that. And it certainly helps Hearts to go in the counter. They have the players to do it.
Zurawski. Last minute of the half. There's not going to be much added on either. Wouldn't it just be like Celtic to get one here? Naylor. They won't get it like that, but they might like this. Snow. He's going to have to use Naylor. He does. Fisas trying to hold that up, but Nakamura not far from the scene. Gravesen steps in. Here's Telfer. Naylor. Venegor Hesselink returns, or rather Zurawski returns it to Naylor. And Lee Naylor does well. But there's no end product.
Yeah, I think that's been the problem as well in this first half. Naylor is the only one giving width on the left-hand side. Jarosik isn't. He's tucking in more. I think if they maybe had more width from both sides, then they can get more balls in the box. And that means more chances for Celtic.
Well, it's half-time. And Saulius Mikalunas once again endearing himself to the Hearts fans. It's an unhappy return to Tynecastle so far for Stephen Presley, wearing the captain's armband for Celtic. Mikalunas, some strike that. Boritz beaten. He doesn't tend to do tap-ins, Mikalunas, that's for sure. Just ask Hibs, just ask Celtic. Half-time, Hearts 1, Celtic 0.
Scorer, here's the second half with Scott Booth and Ian Crocker.
Thank you, Rob. Celtic unbeaten in their last 21 league games since they lost here in August. Surely they are not going to let that run, that record go very easily. But they were certainly up against it in that first half. It needs to be something special to beat Boric these days, and it was from Mikalunas. But Celtic have been in this position before this season. In fact, across the city of Edinburgh, they were 2-0 down at Hibs and salvaged a point. So Gordon Strachan will know that they have a fair bit to offer yet. Today has been pretty indicative of the way they've played lately. Not in the best of form, but not losing. Losing here at the moment, though, and Driver trying to nip in there. Goal kick.
Again, Ian, it's down this left-hand side where Hearts are finding success. Bednar's playing really well today. He's linking up well, he's dropping back in. Velička's doing well, he's strong, he's physical, he's running into corners. I think that having that up front for Hearts is proving good for them, but at the same time I think they have to keep going because they know that Celtic will change things in the second half. I think they will try and get more width into the game. I think it's a matter of time before McGeady or Riordan see some action today.
Yes, you can't imagine Gordon Strachan will give it too long. Telfer. Christoph Berra for Takis Fisas. Neil McCann, who's revelling in a central midfield role. Velička. Well, Ryden and McGeady waiting in the wings along with Kenny Miller there.
I think the problem for Celtic is that when they do get width, it's a late one.
Mikalunas in bother. It's going to be the first yellow card of the game, and it's going to go to the goal scorer.
Yeah, he's had one or two of these in the game. I think he slips, but then does follow through on Naylor. Just loses his footing. He's going in though with both feet. He's dangerous. But he had a good first half. Fantastic strike for the goal.
Valdas Ivanauskas guided Hearts into second place last season and to Scottish Cup final glory, although George Burley and Graham Riggs had a bit to do with it as well. For all Hearts off-the-field shenanigans, they have found a bit of form lately. And it's showing. Jarosik. Perhaps a surprise starter on that left side. Gravison. Snow. Sold Naylor short. His driver. Bounced off Naylor. Snow. Venegor of Hesselink. Here's Nakamura. Now Telfer. Away by Zaliukas. Hartley for Mikalunas. Another glorious goal added to his collection today. Venegor of Hesselink given a bump by Bednar. Snow. Telfer. Bit of room in front of Snow, but Neil McCann there. Zaliukas' clearance probably hit the hand of Venegor of Hesselink.
Yeah, I think the problem for Gordon Strachan is that So far this season, they've played patient football, working from one side to the next. They've always got width, and today they haven't had width. On the right-hand side, they do have Nakamura and Telfer, but there's no real pace there. On the left-hand side, Jarosik is sitting too far in, and they do need some sort of pace and drive in a wide area, and that's why I think that it won't be too long before he changes it.
Driver. It's going to be hard to going to make their second change. Callum Elliott is going to be on shortly, just back from a loan spell at Motherwell, and he's going to take the place of Andy Driver. Hartley. Oh, Boric struggling with that. Had to push it over.
Yeah, Hartley getting in behind. He just doesn't catch it right, and it drifts towards the back post area, and in the end it's decent goalkeeping from Boric. Gets a hand to it, he puts it over. That's all he can do is give a corner away.
Well, Driver's last contribution could be this corner. Driver's corner towards Bednar. And Gravison booting it out. And Hearts want to make that change.
Well, if he isn't injured, I find it a surprising one. It's such a good first half and hasn't had a chance in the second half to even get going yet.
Just wonder whether he does have a knock, because it would be baffling if he hasn't. Driver, well, the fans showing their appreciation for his excellent efforts today. He's been superb, just 19 years of age, and he certainly has asked questions of Celtic. And on comes Callum Elliott, who burst up onto the scene last season, but has spent the first part of this season on loan at Motherwell.
Yeah, I think the fact that Driver went straight into the dressing room suggests that he has got a knock. Even Iska's having to change things. Maybe McCann will come out further on the left-hand side, we'll see. But again, it's an opportunity for Paul Hartley to send it in. And they have real physique in there to try and attack it.
Plenty of potential targets for Hartley. And Boric ran into his own man. Venegora Hesselink, but he got it in the end.
Well, he just places his ball on Jan Venegora Hesselink's belly and says, "You hold it there for me, please." And then sees, oh, there it is. Better get that.
Fisas. Hearts hungry again. It's gone the wrong side of Bednar though. Lee Naylor forced to prod it out. And it looks like Zurawski is about to be replaced by Craig Beattie.
Well, it's not the one we thought, but certainly gives them pace up front to go in behind. We don't have that at the moment.
Is Ibrahim Talu came on for the injured Barassa in the first half. Neil McCann almost making contact. Venegora Hesselink. Naylor pings it. And Hearts happy to see that go out. Celtic will make that change. Craig Beattie, who's had a torrid time with injuries in the past couple of seasons, is going to get a decent run out here in place of Zurawski.
Yeah, as I said, gives them pace, and Zurawski's not at the best of matches. Neither him or Hesselink up front have, but Craig Beattie will give him the option of going in behind now.
Bednar just went behind Hartley. Unfortunate for Hearts. Snow. Jarosik was caught late then by Callum Elliott, who's going to get, at the very least, a warning here.
Yeah, Callum Elliott has gone into midfield and he's pushed Neil McCann out in the wide area, and they've stayed with Velichka and Bednar up front.
Telfer towards Venegora Hesselink, but no joy for Celtic. Kenny Miller warming up. Another possibility perhaps for Celtic to use, although 15 games without a goal now for Miller.
Yeah, but Gordon Strachan knows that he has options, and to choose BT over Miller, well, I think in a game like this, Miller is explosive, but BT must have been doing something in training to get the nod, I think.
Hoisted high by Zaliukas. Bednar challenging with OD. Felichka. And Evander Snow will step onto that, and he'll find Nakamura. Now this could be promising. Jarosek, BT. Can he deliver? Vedegora Hesselink is waiting. Gordon saves, and it's kept out again from Nakamura. Incredible sequence of events, and Hearts hang in there.
He cannot believe he didn't score there. He should have done.
Naylor could yet make it happen here. Corner.
It was Jan Fennegroff Hesselink that had the initial header. Eventually dropped to Nakamura. Craig Gordon was there.
Celtic's first corner of the game. It is Nakamura. Now there could be a break on here. Mikalunas and Hartley. Hartley and Naylor chasing. And across comes Telfer. Hartley felt he was given a bit of a brush off. Not too much in it, perhaps. Presley. Snow. Oh, BT, nice. And he gets it back, and Craig BT. Well, it was snuffed out by Vera.
And that's because he hesitated. This is where Jan Fennegroff Hesselink comes into the back post. It's a fantastic save from Craig Gordon. And then again from Nakamura. I just think that was a real chance a minute ago for BT. Played in by Jan Fennegroff Hesselink, and he just hesitated on his left foot. I think the option was to try and bend it into the back post area beyond Craig Gordon.
It's proving to be an intriguing Tynecastle tussle. Gravison. OD. Nakamura, who must have thought he was going to equalise. Jarosek. Naylor over there with him, but Mikalunas getting involved. Naylor's throw, away by Zaliukas. Evander Snow. Stephen Presley on his return to Tynecastle. Snow. Snow for Nakamura. BT. Blocked by Vera.
Yeah, but already you can see the effect that BT has had.
McCann. Callum Elliott takes a tumble, and here's Evander Snow. Snow for BT, who's seeing a fair bit of the ball, and he's got away from Berra, and it's saved, but Vedegor of Hesselink puts the rebound in. Despite the efforts of Craig Gordon, Celtic show their powers of recovery again. It is 1-1.
Yeah, you should never doubt them. As Snow gets the ball wide, that's what BT's been doing so well, pulling wide. He's strong, he gets a good shot on, and who's there? It's a big Dutchman to tap in. But Snow gets on the ball again. BT just goes. Zaliukas gets past. And it's a tap in the end. Well, it's Berra he goes at. He gets past. Craig Gordon can't hold it. It's the easiest of tap-ins for Jan Vennegroff Hesselink.
After goal poacher. 7 goals in 14 games for Celtic now. You can't argue with that sort of return. Naylor. Mistake from him. It's Mikalunas. And it's a corner.
Well, it's turned into a fantastic match now. The ball comes in. It's a slip from Naylor. Mikalunas almost capitalises. It's good defending though.
An hour played. Can Hearts respond to that Celtic equaliser? Hartley's corner. And Berra and Zaliukas trying to get near it, but Stephen Presley charges towards the ball. Bednar. Well, it's typical Celtic, really. They've specialised in a few comebacks this season. The champions showing their resilience again to level it up here. Ibrahim Tal. Zaliukas. Straight to Nakamura, that. And Nakamura could put Beattie away. Held up by Tal. Naylor with a very forceful challenge. Mikalunas on the receiving end. It's going to be a yellow card, and it's not just for that offence, but for a few.
Yeah, but it's been a decent battle in this match between Naylor and Mikalunas. Again, it's that straight leg.
Well, they both picked up yellow cards for fouls on each other. Kenny Clark, though, has tried his best to let the game go where possible, which has added to the spectacle.
Yeah, it's had a good match so far.
Which way is this game going to swing next? It's anybody's guess. Tal. Bednar. Fisas. Flags up for offside, actually.
Well, this is the goal. Craig Beattie, major influence on it. Craig Gordon can't hold it. Jan Vennegroff Hesselink gets a tap in. He celebrates with the new captain, Stephen Presley.
Gordon's track inside. Coming from behind again, as they've had to do a few times this season, and when they've had to do it, they have done it. No questions asked. Still only one league defeat all season. Terrific record. That came here in August.
What has happened since Beattie has come on the pitch? He's playing wider with Jan Vennegroff Hesselink. They're far apart. They're not playing as a double striker really close together. And what that does is it makes it difficult for the central defence of Hearts. What do? Do they go with him? Do they go out wide? And then the midfield runners come and support, and it's proved very difficult for them.
Bednar clattered by Darren O'Day. Hearts' turn to have a go. The man who so often is their inspiration, Paul Hartley. Hartley's delivery, and Boritz had one of his own men in the way. Fisas headed it on, but Boritz recovered.
No, he was lucky. Lack of communication doesn't come with any real conviction. Very lucky to turn around and see the ball back in his hands.
Fisas. Bednar. Turned away by Presley. Craig Beattie becoming a major influence. And BT back for Snow. And Nakamura deflected. And off the frame. And Zaliukas just got to it first.
Oh, it's incredible. BT again in the wide area, picks the ball up. Feeds Nakamura, goes through him. And then it's great play from Snow to feed Nakamura in the end. Hits the crossbar. It's almost there. Takes a deflection of Tal. It's almost there for Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink, but he can't quite get there because Zaliukas, it's great defending to get back just in front. But you have to credit Gordon Strachan. How many times this season has he made changes? And it's paid off.
That was close. Celtic could so easily have been in front. We wouldn't have bet against them going in front anyway. Nakamura, Vennegoor, Hesselink, and Darren O'Dea nearly managed to score again. BT collected by Gordon. And what an engrossing game this has become. Gordon's kick for Mikalunas. Still there. Oh! Just went behind Hartley. And Elliott unable to pounce it. Van der Snow coming in very useful for Celtic. And here go the champions now. Nakamura. Zaliukas having to concede the corner. PT might be hurt there.
His heart's going forward with Mikalunas. The ball gets caught up and eventually just breaks to him. If he hits it first time, maybe Hartley gets it that way. But then he's in too far. It goes behind him. And Elliott can't quite get there, but he's had a good match, Mikalunas. BT took a little sore one. But his pace in behind has caused problems.
Kenny Clark has spotted that bit of grappling involving Presley. Nakamura delivers. There's a foul in there. Christophe Berra cleared it anyway. Later you can vote for your Bank of Scotland man of the match, and if you agree with Scott Booth and you're picked out as the winner, you'll get a signed shirt from the man of the match. Those are the telephone numbers to call, or if you prefer, you can text us. Well, it's become a gripping game, this. Foul Jarosik on Mikalunas. Don't think he agreed.
He's not sure. He's up.
Callum Elliott. Oh, that went some from Elliott.
Quick thinking from Paul Hartley. Feeds Elliott as I go. It's not silly on a day like today with the wind.
Telfer. Sent back by Berra. Now Naylor. Celtic's lead at the top cut to just the 14 points yesterday by Rangers. But they're still pretty uncatchable. And they really do never know when they're beaten at Celtic, as they proved time and again this season, coming from behind in games. Jarosik nicked away by Tal. Here's Mikalunas.
It's a game that could go anyway. 20 minutes or so to go.
A rather indifferent first half from Celtic, but they have responded. Jarosik, Nakamura. Vennegoor and Hesselink got a smack in the face. Velichka. Bounces off OD. Snow. BT making moves. Gravison. Naylor. Karasik. Gordon not too bothered by that. Not one of his better kicks.
He's already had 2 fantastic saves in this match. But what Celtic have done in the second half is they've upped the pace. The passing's been better. They've controlled midfield a bit better. And that's led to chances and a goal. And certainly with the pace of Beattie, it gives them a different option to Zurawski.
Beattie floored by Tal. No, Craig Beattie missed most of last season through injury, and he's missed a fair chunk of this season through injury. He's a player with a lot to give. Eager to make up for lost time. He certainly has been a formidable presence in this second half. Naylor in towards Presley. Inside the last 20 minutes. Late goals have been a feature of the previous 2 meetings between these teams this season. Hearts grabbed a winner here in August. Celtic got 2 late goals to beat Hearts in November in Glasgow. Roman Bednar got those Hearts goals in the first meeting between the teams this season. Hartley. Stamped away by O'D. Neil McCann trying to prove a pest. Velichka got that all wrong. Mikalunas and Naylor really have had quite a duel today. Oh, Mikalunas though with a mistake, but it's a foul by Craig Beattie.
Well, I don't think it was. I think the ball's just too far ahead of him. Beattie's used his body, his strength, and he's onto it. As far as I'm concerned, that's allowed. He gets in front of him, and he could have been off. I think a problem for Hearts has been in the second half. They can't get down the left-hand side quite as easily, quite as well without Driver. Fisas is trying to. McCann hasn't had the opportunities to get the ball in the box yet.
Velichka, it's in the box now, but Darren O'D decided not for long. Hearts are going to bring on Mikhail Pospisil soon, but it's Celtic who are on their way again. Benegora Hesselink. Tal intercepts before Beattie can get a sniff. Here's Mikalunas. Telfer. Pospisil, who scored at Dunfermline recently. Another who's been sidelined for a long time through injury. I think it's going to be one check for another, because Roman Bednar is apparently the man who's going to make way for Pospisil.
Bednar's worked really hard in this match. He's not played that many games recently. It's probably the reason for the switch.
Naylor. Benegora Hesselink with a foul on Berra. Ibrahim Tal. Snow. Lost it to Hartley. Neil McCann. Always ambitious from there.
Yeah, Snow getting caught in the ball again. Hartley putting the pressure on. Feeds McCann. It's a disappointing effort in the end.
Hearts are going to make their final change. Roman Bednar unable to repeat his goal-scoring exploits against Celtic here in August, but he's put in a good shift all the same. Off he goes, and on comes Pospisil. One Czech striker replaces another. Pospisil has only scored twice, but he has been sidelined for a fair chunk of the season. In fact, both of his goals came against Dunfermline. Lunas survived Grabson's attention, but there was a high boot anyway from the Dane. Quick free kick, Hartley. Fisas. Come off Stephen Presley. Quarter of an hour remaining. Fisas. Hartley. Closed down by Nakamura. And that's given Hartley a problem. Here's Tal under pressure himself from Gravison. Zaliukas. Velička. McCann. Neil McCann trying to weave a way through and needs some help from Mikalunas. The goal scorer in the first half looking to turn provider. It's come off Presley. And the Hearts fans urging their team on. So too is the manager. Callum Elliott looking for a 1-2, but Telfer clears. Yarisic. Gravison. Beattie. Christoph Berra bringing that run to an end. Elliott. Pospisil. And Presley will tip Velička to it.
Yeah, it's just heating up again. 40 minutes to go. Hearts on the ascendancy. Good secure possession, and they're pinning Celtic back.
Tighter, Thomas! Tighter!
Tau.
Tighter!
Pospisil. Elliott. Tal. Elliott just trickled away from him, but Mikalunas onto it. And Boris should claim that. He does, and he releases Shunsuke Nakamura. Hartley quickly across to him, but here's Snow, and now Beattie. Gravison, Naylor available to his left. Naylor's cross, away by Berra. Berra first to that ahead of Venegora Hesseling. Here's Yarisic. Naylor. Beattie. Zaliukas poked it away. Telfer. Naylor. Gravison. Yarisic. Patience from Celtic. Yarisic's touch might yet be rescued by Venegora Hesselink. And Yarisic, well, it's flashed past Gordon's post.
It's worth a go. Falls at his feet, sitting at a nice height, but can't hit the target.
Still one more game to go this long SPL weekend. We're at Rugby Park tomorrow from 7 on Setanta Sports 1 for Kilmarnock against Hibs. Velička. Mikalunas. Velička lost it all too easily to Naylor, and now Gravison. Decent ball that for Beattie, especially because Venegora Hesseling is waiting for the cross. Craig Gordon collects it and needed to.
Again, just great play from Beattie down the left-hand side. Not far away from Jan Vennegoor Hesselink with the ball in.
Pospisil. He's got a free kick. 10 minutes left at Tynecastle. It's a fixture that often brings late drama. And you wouldn't bet against that happening again here. Nobody can take their eyes off this, that's for sure. Hartley whipping it in. And it's Callum Elliott who made contact, but to no avail.
Well, even Eskis is not happy. Deep ball, the back post. Callum Elliott can't get behind it to cut it back.
Jarosik has got away from Mikalunas. Beattie making a run. Jarosik! Oh, what a finish! Jiri Jarosik puts Celtic 2-1 up. And this result just about sums them up. They've dug in again, the mark of champions.
Well, I thought he may have got the hook in this game, but he didn't. And for Celtic, just as well, because look at this for a finish. He hasn't got much time, and he just hits it instinctively as he cuts inside. He's got no chance, Craig Gordon, absolutely no chance. Cuts inside tall. Hartley can't get there, but what a strike. Purely instinctive. Takes a bounce before Craig Gordon, and he goes bouncing. And he's happy.
A quality goal from Jiri Jarosik, who scored on the opening day of the season for Celtic and then did little else really for a few months, but he's come good in the past few weeks. Scored a few goals as well, and that was a fabulous finish. And Celtic have turned it around. They did so against Hearts at Celtic Park in November. They've done it again, and Paul Telfer lunging in there. I think it's just a corner though.
Telfer coming back, slides in on Fisas. Nothing in that at all. But it's funny today again. We've seen Jarosik just sit on the periphery of the match, but he does finish, and what a finish.
Hartley. Boritz claims that. Well, it was Jarosik who sparked Celtic's recovery against Hearts back in November with an equaliser, 4 minutes from time. And now he's put them in front, and as we expected, yet another late goal in this fixture. Here's Pospisil. Velička forced to go a little wide. Velička's cross hanging. Now Jarosik with a challenge. And Mikalunas has fired over.
Well, he knows what an important goal that was. And he has been just sitting on the periphery. He cuts inside from the left. Tal misses him. Hartley can't get there, and Gordon can't either. Great strike.
Yes, a bit of a surprise selection, but Gordon Strachan spot on after all, knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, you've got to say that. All season long he's made subs, come on, they've influenced the game. And even when he keeps players on the park that you think maybe getting hooked, they influence the game.
Pospisil is offside here, flags up. And Stephen Presley may yet make a winning return to Tynecastle as Celtic captain. 8.5 years he served Hearts so well. He's a winner, he's a leader, and this result will mean a lot to him if Celtic do win here. And Hearts, well, They've been in this position before against Celtic, and it hurts. Jarosik looking to latch onto that again. Couldn't have placed his goal more perfectly, really. Tremendous effort from Jiri Jarosik. Celtic looking good to restore their 17-point lead over Rangers, and they could go 22 points clear of Hearts. And once again, when Celtic have fallen behind in a match, they have responded magnificently. That's why they are the champions, and that's why they are going to be the champions. They just refuse to budge. Hearts, though, hoping for a grand finale as Gravison gets ticked off. Fisas. McCann. Oh, it's in towards Pospisil.
Well, it's one of the first times that McCann has been able to play a decent ball in. It's a difficult one, though. It falls short of the front post. Not easy.
Celtic have certainly had to dig their heels in today, but they don't mind doing that. You have to do that occasionally when you're in the business of winning titles. They seem to do it quite often, but then he was always rather stubborn as a player as well. And his team have certainly reflected him. Here's Pospisil, though. Velička is down injured. It's going to be a strange tumble. It's a corner for Hearts. Bit of cramp maybe for Velička.
And Paul Hartley saying get up. Don't want to run down the clock.
What have Hearts got left in them? Neil McCann, a tormentor of Celtic in his Rangers days, ready to take this corner. McCann whipping it right in, and Velička still struggling a bit after that knock. So, last chance to vote for your man of the match, and if you agree with Scott Booth and you're picked out as the winner, you'll get a signed shirt from the Bank of Scotland man of the match himself. Those are the telephone numbers to ring, whether you're in the UK or the Republic of Ireland, or if you prefer, you can just drop us a text to that number. What a massive victory this would be for Celtic. They must be feeling untouchable and unbeatable. Helped on by Mikalunis, and Darren O'Dea having to force it behind for a corner.
This could be the last chance. It has to be a good ball in. It needs to give the big guys in there a chance to attack it.
Neil McCann. It doesn't clear the first hurdle, which was Jarosik.
And that was just poor.
Fisas. From 1-0 down to 2-1 up, Celtic against Hearts is becoming a habit. It happened in Glasgow in November. Kenny Clark feels that's a head injury. Gordon Strachan's protesting because Celtic would have been away then and probably could have wrapped the game up.
I think it's Stephen Presley that comes in over the top. He just catches Berra with the back of his elbow, I think. Yep. It's a sore one for Berra.
Well, if Jiri Jasik's goal turns out to be a winner, it would certainly be a worthy winner. Just look at this.
It's the fact he takes it so early, doesn't give Hartley a chance to get a foot in. Bang. Celebration time. Scored a few goals this season.
Well, he's already won titles in 3 different countries, and in a few months' time, Jiri Jasik will make it 4 different countries. Hartley and Jarosik having a bit of a set to. I think we're going to get a drop ball. It's going to be 2 minutes added on. Celtic are nearly there. Hearts will be kicking themselves that they've let a lead slip against Celtic again, but then that's Celtic for you.
Yeah, we said in the first half, Hearts would need more than 1 goal. That's proved correct.
A minute and a bit for Celtic to see out.
You have to say that Celtic are big-time players that come good under difficult circumstances. We've seen that 4 or 5 times this season, them coming back into games, and big games as well.
Celtic set to avenge their only league defeat this season, which came here in August. Nicolounis. Can Hearts rally late on? Stephen Presley, just to rub it in, is going to clear that. Handball shout against Nakamura. Fisas maintains the interest. Oh, it might come to Nicolounis, oh dear. Unable to repeat his first half heroics. Woeful.
Yeah, it was difficult. On the volley, swirling in the wind, his left foot. Gordon Strachan. He'll keep talking and organising right to the final whistle. He knows how big this game's been. Fantastic result it would be for Celtic to come here and win, especially with the form of Hearts over the last month. Just a happy man.
He's all smiles on his return to Tynecastle. He's returning as a winning Celtic captain by the look of it.
And he's marshalled the troops well in this win.
It's over. And he might as well give him the trophy now, really, because Celtic up against it in the first half, and they fell behind to a screamer from Nicolounis. But we've come to expect, really, Gordon Strachan's side to respond, and how they responded. Benigora Hesseling pounced for an equaliser, and then Jiri Jarosik fired in a wonderful winner in a game that often brings late goals. Stephen Presley skippering Celtic to victory against the club where he was a long time captain, and some captain too. An incident-packed afternoon, and Stephen Presley has returned to Tynecastle and has won. He's led Celtic to victory, and you can see what it means to him, even though Hearts also mean an awful lot to him. Nicolounis. Yet another spectacular goal gave Hearts the lead. But Celtic have come from behind before against Hearts this season, and they did so again. Benigora Hesseling pounced for an equaliser. Sometimes you wonder what Jiri Jarosik is doing on the field, and then he does this. A glorious goal and a worthy winner. Celtic, unstoppable, uncatchable, unbeatable. It ends at Tynecastle. Hearts 1, Celtic 2.
Well done, Ian. He's with to gargle on some more razor blades. Setanta Golf tonight has the final day of the Sony Open in Hawaii. That's from 11:30 tonight. What's the conclusion of that one? And of course, we have more Bank of Scotland Premier League football tomorrow night from Rugby Park. It's Kilmarnock against Hibs from 7 o'clock, and Paul Hartley will join us for that one after defeat here at Tynecastle against Celtic. The leaders and the champions in waiting didn't get where they are today without knowing how to battle back. They've done it again. All the post-match analysis on the way.
Well, Stephen, back at Tynecastle where you made a name for yourself, was it a strange feeling running out on the opposition today?
Yeah, very much so, but I thoroughly enjoyed the occasion. You know, I got a very warm welcome from the Hearts supporters and the Celtic supporters, and it was kind of strange, but I'm absolutely delighted. You know, it's always a difficult place to come, Tynecastle, and I thought we showed superb character today in terms of going behind. It's a fantastic goal by Solis, but again, showed the spirit and the reasons why this club is so successful.
Yeah, you went behind to a fantastic goal by Mikalunas, as you mentioned, and Hearts were putting you under a lot of pressure in the first half. Were you concerned at all at that stage?
Well, our biggest concern was that we were getting caught in the counter-attack, you know, from our own set plays. That was Hearts' best opportunities in the game. You know, they broke on us well, and in the second half we put things right, and I thought we controlled the game for long periods.
Yeah, that was certainly noticeable. We just wondered what was spoken about in the Celtic dressing room at half-time to bring about that change.
Well, I think the game itself calmed down to a certain extent. You know, Hearts were playing at a ferocious tempo, and it's very difficult to play any fluent football during that time. But as the game slowly opened up, we began to show our quality. And you know, when you've got players like Nakamura, Van Hessel, you know, and James Beattie, who came on and done a terrific job for us. You know, we've got those players of quality, and as I said, when the game opened up, they were able to show their quality.
And obviously you were out for a month without first team football and 3 quick games back in succession for you. Are you feeling like your fitness is improving game by game?
Yeah, it's improving game by game. I still think I've got a wee bit to go. You know, today was a terrific test for myself, but you know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I still think you know, you still see the best of Stephen Pressley yet.
Well, Stephen, you are the Bank of Scotland man of the match. Very well played.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
I think it was Craig Beattie rather than James Beattie who came on as a sub for Celtic in the second half, but it's definitely Craig White from Glasgow who Gordon Strachan with Stuart Lovell.
Just like the Clayface goal.
Gordon, took a while to adapt to the conditions, but a significant improvement in the second half.
Yeah, I thought Hearts were the better side, and they were used to the wind conditions in here. I think you get used to your own pitch when the conditions are as bad as that, and they used it well and they played well. We defended well. I thought the lads put in 100%, but I just felt when we got the ball back in nice areas, I thought we could have used the ball better. And last at half time we said, listen, they'll die, you know, Hearts will, you can't keep working as hard as this. When it does happen, we've got to be ready and do well with the ball. That and the injection of I think Craig, that helped us a lot.
Yeah, you went behind to a wonder goal from Mikalunas, and if it wasn't for some superb defending from Paul Telfer on the line, it could have been 2-0. Yes,
and but also Thomas got a good tackling about that time as well when somebody went through in the box, and I think that showed we're intent that yeah we're a goal behind but we're not beat, and that inspired the boys at half time to say okay, we had a bit of a rough period, but we showed we don't want to get beat, so let's go on and win now.
Yeah, you talked about the contribution of Craig Beattie, and what was your thoughts bringing him on for Zurawski, just a different threat up front?
Well, we're contemplating it yesterday, but Craig's not had too many games. Well, to be fair, 4 yesterday, we picked a team yesterday for the whole week. You know, we felt he could be a threat here, and but we're hoping it would still be nothing or us in the lead when we brought him on. But it was 1-0 down, and we felt his enthusiasm and his robust style could give people a problem in the last half hour.
And it was noticeable that Evander Snow seemed to get on the ball a lot more in the second half, and he really seemed to control the midfield.
Yeah, we knew that. The game would die a bit because it's impossible to keep working as hard as they do, but we had to be ready for it. We had to still be in the game at that point, and I thought he did well. I think he's the youngest man on the pitch. I think Diver and Berra might be young as well, but he's one of the young ones on the pitch. Because he's such a giant man, well, a boy, you think he's about 23, 24, but he's only 19.
This was not necessarily a game that Celtic had to win, but you give no encouragement whatsoever to the chasing pack. You just keep on relentless week after week with your results.
Yeah, as I said to somebody the other week, the press conference on Friday, they've played brilliantly, but we keep plugging away and analysing the football itself. The beautiful football game is it's hard to play at this time of year for various reasons, but we played some good stuff at times. We defended bravely, got a wee bit of luck, and we've got good players.
I must mention the contribution of Jarosik, because that was a goal fit to win any game, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we did feel that he could come off the left-hand side. He'd give us the height and strength as well. That's because you need that here. We made our mind up at the beginning of the season that we did need height and strength when we come here again, so we kept to that, and we also felt he could come off the left-hand side and hit the ball with his right foot, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and lucky enough today I don't take the credit for it. It's Gary Pendry, his idea.
Well done today, Gordon.
Thank you. Bye.
Celtic stopped the rot today because the last twice they've been here, they
Happened to change that.
Yes, no. Yes, we played, I think, not so good, not so bad also second half, but, you know, we score first goal, we have chances to score second goal, and, okay, second half was maybe not so good, but first half we try and go forward, we trying to push pressure, so okay, it was okay, but the Celtic is too clever team, and we make 2 mistakes, and he scores our goals. Okay, I'm very, very disappointed.
Obviously, I mean, Hearts play a pressing game, and you certainly got in their faces in the first half and made it very difficult, gave them no time at all on the ball. Did your players maybe tire a little bit in the second half?
I don't think, because, you know, so problems. Andrew Driver play very well first half. In half time he feel very, very bad, and was after 10 minutes was game over for him, and tired. I don't think, because we have also chances in second half, but we need to score second goal. Celtic is too clever, to experienced team, and today I think we deserve it other result.
Yeah, you think maybe that over the piece you deserve something because you had some fantastic contributions, a wonderful goal from Mikalunas, and he's had some criticism from the fans this season, hasn't he?
Miko, I don't know, maybe fans criticize him, but I know Miko very well, a long time. He's experienced, he's a good player, he maybe young, but this season is Miko's season.
And now you're just going to concentrate on trying to catch Rangers for second place?
It's difficult by 5 points now, but the season is long, and we try. It's our target. It's the second place now, and okay, we're looking just for next weekend games against Falkirk. So I'm looking forward.
Valdas, thanks for your time.
Well, he says Andrew Driver felt bad at half time, which maybe answers the question.